Okay, today we get to start something that you as a 6th grade math student have to know, which is multiplying fractions. We're going to spend a few days on multiplying fractions because today we're just looking at fractions by fractions. We also are going to talk more about fractions times a whole number, and then we're also going to talk about multiplying mixed numbers as well. So we're going to be spending some time with this, and then we're going to be moving into dividing fractions too. So we're going to get real good at multiplying fractions. Think about adding and subtracting. There's a lot of steps, right?
Yeah.
I think you're going to like multiplying fractions. It's a little simpler, okay? But today I'm going to show you what it looks like if we model what multiplying fractions looks like. I want you to see what's happening with the fractions. Then I'll teach you the algorithm. The algorithm is very simple, but I really want you to understand what is happening, why it's actually doing what it's doing, because multiplying fractions is really interesting. Typically, when we multiply whole numbers, what happens with the numbers? They get bigger. When you're multiplying fractions, that's not the case. Okay? Yeah. So we're going to see why. I'm going to show you a couple of models first. So if you look at the top part on your notes, we have this picture and then we have this picture. Okay, I am going to show you what it looks like to multiply 1/2 times 1/4. So we're going to draw and shade both models to represent both of your fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show 1/2 times 1/4. So this is what it would look like. But then I want to combine both of these. I'm going to basically take like this one and I'm going to move it on top of this one. So it creates this image. See how that happens? I'm taking this one, I'm sliding it on top. Now my half has been split into those fourths. Okay, is everybody with me so far? I'm going to show you. So I have up here, I have fourths. I'm going to shade only one of those fourths. Okay, one of those fourths is going to be here. Oops, wrong one. I thought I had my highlighter. Here. Okay, do y'all see how this matches this so far? Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to shade 1/2 on the side. So I'm going to take my highlighter and I'm going to shade 1/2 of this model here. Okay, what do you notice now? Now that I've like overlapped them, what do you notice?
The 1/4 and 1/2 are like on top of each other.
The 1/2 and the 1/4, there is a little tiny piece that's overlapping, right? That tiny little piece that's overlapping, that is my answer. So what is it showing?
5/6.
It's showing, oops, oh, I'm still on my highlighter.
1/8.
Yeah, it's showing 1/8 because this is a little piece right here that's overlapping where my colors overlap. And there's only 1 out of 8 total pieces. So 1/8 is your answer. Now that's how models work, okay? I'm taking half. It'd be like if I had half of a cake. Imagine this is a cake pan. Okay, my family ate half of it and I came to bring it to share with just these 2 groups here because there's 8 people. Okay, I'm like, hey guys, I've got half this cake. We're all gonna share it. Okay, so we're gonna figure out, but I'm gonna draw a lucky duck and only one of you is gonna get that. Okay, only 1/4 of this half is what we're gonna actually do. Okay, so I've got half my cake here, but I'm gonna now split that 1/2 into fourths. So I'm taking this half and cutting it into 4 pieces. Only one of you is going to get that piece. Okay? So that's equal to 1/8 of the original cake. Does that make sense? Kind of? It's getting smaller.
Who won the cake?
I don't know.
Carter, pick somebody.
We'll never know. Okay. Now,
I want cake.
what does... Okay, we're going to skip the standard algorithm for just a second. We're going to do one more model since we're on the model mindset, okay? I'm going to do 3/4. I'm going to multiply it by 2/5. So I'm going to take the models that I'm given, but I'm going to overlap them. So the first thing I want to do is I want to divide. This one is vertical, okay? So down in my empty rectangle, I'm going to split it in half and split each of those halves in half again because I'm creating the same visual. How many of those fourths do I need to shade?
3.
I'm going to shade the same 3 that they had shaded there, just so we can see. Okay, so I'm taking my 3/4, but of that 3/4, I only need 2/5. So I'm going to choose a different color. If you want to use your red pen just so you have 2 different colors, that's fine. Or you can shade differently. Okay, you can use lines and you can draw lines horizontally. We're going to do some practice in a minute where I'll show you how you can just use your pencil. Okay, how did they broke this one up into 5ths? Okay, so if I were to continue that one, I would have 5 pieces. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to divide it into 5 equal parts as best I can. My drawing is not perfect. And how many of those 5 parts do I need to shade?
2.
It's 2/5. So I'm going to shade these 2 down here, just like how I had in my original. Okay, now I can see that I have 2 different colors overlapping in a few places. It's right here. So I have 6 out of 20. That's your answer. Okay, now, standard algorithm. Very simple. Numerator times numerator, and then denominator times denominator. So looking up here where it's the standard algorithm, you multiply numerator times numerator to get your numerator, denominator times denominator to get your denominator. And then you just simplify. So starting here, 1 times 1 is 1. And then 4 times 2 is 8. Can I simplify that? No. Let's look at the one next to it. 3 times 2 is?
6.
And then 4 times 5 is? Can that be simplified? Yes. They're both even. I know I can always divide even numbers by 2. So I could start there, and it would be 3/10. Can that simplify any further? Nope, this is my final answer. Okay, the standard algorithm is simple. We're not going to spend much more time on that, but we are going to do 2 more examples with modeling because sometimes that is where we start to struggle. And I'm going to show you how you can do this with just a pencil, okay? So looking at that next page in your journal, it looks like this. So if I have, oh, it looks really blurry. Why does it look like that? Okay, it is fuzzy, and I am sorry. And it tells me that I'm going to use blue and red. I'm going to show you one of these with a pencil so you can see how to do it if you don't have blue and red at home. But today while we're in class, you should have your color pencils in your supply bag, or you can share. You can also use your pencil for blue and the red pen for red, okay, if you want to do that. But I want to show you how you can do it if you only have a pencil. If you're like stuck in the car, you're on your way to practice or something like that, and you're trying to do your work, all you have is a pencil, this is what you can do. Okay, so I'm going to show 3/5. Just looking at this, it's already set up for me. So which way are my 5ths split? Are my 5ths vertical or are they horizontal?
Horizontal.
They're vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So of these 5 columns, how many do I need to shade?
3.
I would need to shade 3 of them. Now notice how I'm going to shade this. This is my pencil because this is all I have right now. I just have a pencil. So I'm going to shade like this. Yes, you can just use a pencil for now. And then to show my other fraction. So this is right now, this is showing 3/5. Okay, now my 4th, since we've already determined that my columns, I had 5 columns. Well, if I look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. How many of these 4 rows need to be shaded? 3 of them, because that's my fraction, 3 out of 4. Okay, so on this, I'm going to shade the other direction. So it creates that crisscross. where they overlap.
Or you could just shade one darker.
You can shade them darker too. And I need 3 because my fraction is 3/4. Then I can see right here is my 3/4, and this section is where it all overlaps. So how many are shaded? 9. And then how many do I have total? 20. Can it be simplified?
No.
Nope. That's my final answer. Now again, for today, if you don't have a red and blue pencil, you can use your pencil for blue and your red pen for red. Or you can do the hatch. Yeah, the cross hatch. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Sounds funny. You're going to do the crisscross method if you just want to use your pencil, okay? All right, so go ahead and try the next one, and then we're going to check it. So try it on your own. Kind of compare with some people at your table. And then we'll check it all together. Okay, on this one, I'm going to actually use the red and blue like it says on my paper. So it says shade 1/3 of the squares blue. So if you were doing 1/3, you're looking to find your 1/3 right now. 1/3, is it going to be columns or is it going to be rows? Columns. How many of the columns do I shade? 1. So only one of these will be blue. Okay, that's blue. This is red. 2 of the 4 rows need to be shaded. You can't. It didn't show up very good. So if I were actually overlapping these would turn purple. I'll just kind of show you there. Okay. Now, what fraction of my original figure is my final answer? Oops. Well, first, it would be 2/12. That can be simplified to 1/6. Good. Okay. On your practice today, you are going to show me the standard algorithm. You're also going to show me some models. You can choose to use your pencil and do the crisscross method. You can choose to use your pencil and a red pen, or if you want to use colored pencil so that you can see it turn purple, great. This is all we're doing today. Okay.